Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org.
Trish's story is contributed by the Living with Aphasia project that seeks to support individuals who live with aphasia in sharing their journeys through one-on-one free Zoom sessions. The hope is that participants will leave with a written version of their story that they are proud to share with their communities. To learn more about the Living with Aphasia project, go to writingwithaphasia.org or contact Elizabeth at ejlin2003 at gmail.com. Welcome to Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke. I'm Molly Bucola. Today we meet Trish Hambridge, who discovered that recovery isn't just about rebuilding what was lost, it's about creating something entirely new. Through her journey with aphasia, Trish has become a powerful advocate, founding National Aphasia Synergy, a peer-led organization that proves together we are greater than a sum of our parts. Let's begin with a moment of pause to honor the way that wisdom has emerged through recovery. And we give thanks. Now, part 2, Trish Hambridge's interview. Trish, thank you for sharing your story. You are quite an amazing woman.
Thank you.
Time and time again, you show how you take your experience and offer support and guidance and companionship to other people living with aphasia. So let's dive in. I want to know
All
more.
right. All right.
At the beginning of your story, you shared about the moment where you were let go of your job at Apple. You followed that up with, rather than give up, I looked for other ways to grow. And many stroke survivors, when they lose their pre-stroke jobs, it's a total moment of crisis. But for you, you made a leap and that was a jump start. How did you turn it into a moment of growth?
Is the part of my philosophy and positive plasticity and
Neuroplasticity?
and the growth mindset. The Japanese philosophy is accept and move on. So move on.
In that moment, right after your stroke, how did you accept?
So the my friend Karen is the speech therapist, right? And I talked, and the friends and family, okay, listen, dude, is no joke. So patient.
Karen, you said in your story you knew her from college. She was
Mhm.
a speech pathologist. And I wish everyone had a friend like Karen that understands what people are going through when they're first experiencing aphasia. Because it sounds like she gathered your friends and family and you and explained tools that would be helpful.
Yeah, is the um shoot the hospital is like the whole gang is the sitting in the patio and like big, and talk about it.
Ah, she gathered the whole gang. You've
Hmm.
always had a gang around you, Trish. I love it.
It's true, but it helps me.
Mm, yeah. How do you suggest that people who live with aphasia find a gang of people? Because I know that a lot of times there's isolation when people experience aphasia.
Well, is the true. So I'm the synergy uh, video explains people with aphasia and the feelings frustrated, whatever. Yes, yes, yes. But the back is the people with aphasia is the tips.
Ah, yeah.
So and like the whole gang is the tips or the resource.
So the aphasia and mental health video that National Aphasia Synergy just put out explains good ways to find your gang and to educate your gang around ways that will help everybody communicate together. And early on, you created a video called Tips and Tricks that also could serve as a resource for people who don't have Karen in their lives.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the like even my is Karen is appreciate, but things I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I love about your most recent video on mental health is you bring in doctors and you bring in people who live with aphasia and other supporters. You have a lot of different voices speaking about aphasia and what we can all do together to communicate and create community and build each other up.
Yeah, and it is like the negative negativity feelings is the low speaking.
Yeah, when we are frustrated or stressed or overwhelmed, it's harder to speak. It's harder to recall our words, is what you've taught me.
Yeah, and the noise and the the no, sorry, the tired is also is tanking. So
Like if we're in a restaurant and there are a lot of other people there talking and the noise level's up, or somewhere like Costco, colors everywhere and people and carts and so much stimulation that it's harder to recall words.
like I accept the tanking. So I go to the strategy. Right, I know.
That goes back to what you were talking about the Japanese philosophy. Okay, this is where I am. Now what? Now what do I do? And it sounds like you have come up with a variety of tools to address those situations. Also, Trish, I love what you said about positivity because in our conversations, you have time and time again emphasized the importance of positivity and hope. And in your story, you spoke about the organization Voices of Hope, and you said that
Mhm.
organization changed your life. Can you tell me a little bit about why?
Why? So I've the California I like this. I wished I would move, but it's too much money.
Yeah.
But the Voice of Hope is I go the sessions, the help my friends cheering on, and I like book club and the Max Adventure, the go to like the baseball game or bowling or whatever, and in the lunch, is good fun.
Yeah, get
Good
out.
fun.
Good fun.
Um, yeah, and so I the speak at my journey and the go the the students SLP um public, the go to the St. Petersburg city employees,
Yeah,
uh the the police, is so I like it.
yeah. You have the courage and the motivation
No,
and
well, yeah.
and the
But
self-confidence.
I'm scared too. I mean, I'm scared, period.
Man, it doesn't look like it because you go out there, you just listed a bunch of things. You go out there, you speak publicly to people who live with aphasia, but also people who don't. You talked about the city employees. You give presentations to them so that they learn more about how to interact with people who live with aphasia. You go to the police to teach them about aphasia because they undoubtedly will come across people in their own communities. And so, how would you suggest people listening to this who live with aphasia become active in their own communities?
Yeah, well, the 3 years after my stroke, right? It's like um junior. So I speak at the victory over stroke, the animal uh, 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 conference, the San Jose.
Ah, you spoke at a conference in San Jose. Peninsula Stroke Association. You spoke at their conference 3 years after your stroke?
Hmm. So is I practice and practice, but I can't say words,
Yeah.
and I'm scared.
Yeah.
So the my therapist, the scared. So the tag team. So the my therapist talked. I mean the questions and I answer.
Ah, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. So is good. So is the help like friend, like, and support, so I think is good.
You not only are talking with people who live with aphasia, but also people in the community, and you offer ways for people to learn about aphasia for loved ones and people who support the person living with aphasia. The technique of presenting with your speech pathologist and doing a Q&A, that's one way that you can get your voice out there.
Yeah.
Trish, you mentioned the peninsula. In our conversations, we realized that both of us were in the exact same hospital, same month, 2 years apart. Good Sam and Los Gatos. And now we live
Yeah.
across the country from each other. We live on two different coasts. And
And the doctors.
yeah, Dr. Sachdev was my surgeon too. Thanks, Dr. Sachdev.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trish, you speak often about the importance of hope and opportunity, and you are the founder and president of National Aphasia Synergy. Will you tell us about that organization and why you founded it?
Well, is the National Aphasia Synergy is nonprofit organization led by people living with aphasia, and like the This is life participation at its core. This is life participation at the core. Yeah.
And what is different about National Aphasia Synergy than any other organization?
Um, the encourage optimism and positive outlook of people with aphasia.
Yeah. So it's grounded in hope and optimism. And one thing that I love about it is it's run by people who live with aphasia and
Mhm.
led by people who live with aphasia. On your board, you have people on your board who live with aphasia, and you offer trainings for people with aphasia to become mentors with other
Yeah, but
people.
yeah, yes, but it's like the yeah. I mean, the mentor is kind of is like I'm still learning.
Awesome. So together, the ally and the buddy within your peer befriending program are learning.
Yeah, and like the ally is I the go 1 week like discussing, and like I the buddies like I'm learning about buddies. So
So we're all
yeah,
learning together.
exactly.
How did you come up with the model of the aphasia peer befriending program?
Uh, so the oh the in London go for the um per, superb training, and it's good results, and go for speech therapists go well Zoom
Yeah.
and train the tell us about
So in London, there's a program that is well researched and they've had great results. And you thought,
Mhm.
let's bring it here.
Right, right.
Again, Trish, you're like, you are a go-getter. You're like, let's bring it here and do it. And you're doing it. National Aphasia Synergy is hosting this program and it's launched. And in our episode description, there'll be more about that program. So if you're interested, we'll have ways for you to contact Trish.
Yeah, and it is like is rougher, so is good for feedback.
And I love the humility in this saying, we're all still learning. We're all doing
Yeah,
our
exactly.
best. And so let's go do something. In your story, you said that you shuffled between Silicon Valley, Michigan, and New York through about 22 speech pathologists. What do you
Yes.
look for? What do you suggest people look for in a speech pathologist?
So I like the two uh speech therapy is good. Um, I- but I learned the hard word, the life participation approach for aphasia. The brain work is good. Um, the goals, it sharing the agreement for speech therapist and me, like is key.
Like at the beginning, having a conversation about what your goals are and what their goals are. What is life participation?
Uh, okay. My like way back is like the cards like uh banana, astronaut, whatever. Like is lame, sorry to say. Right? So switch to like uh I have a speech problem called aphasia, like is more hip.
Yeah. So instead of using the classic sets of cards that speech pathologists have been doing forever, let's look for things that we're actually going to need to use on a daily basis and things that will progress our lives for
Yeah.
a purposeful life.
Yeah. Like the shoot the grandkids read the stories, right?
Yeah.
Is yeah, so like is good.
Uh-huh.
But like the astronaut, I have no idea.
Now I can say astronaut, but I am not,
Yeah, but
but I don't work for NASA.
exactly. And the as the speech therapist is the for emotional support.
Hmm. They're emotionally engaged in you as a person also.
Yeah, yeah, like it's like, hey, you know, the counselor.
Counselor asking about you, your emotions, your process. It's important because it's an emotional journey as well.
Yeah. And so like it is good. Like I think is the tutu is great. The speech therapist,
Yeah.
the but is like the not not good like is icky or that whatever like it is not cup of tea. So move on. Like, okay, sorry, I passed and go another speech therapist.
It's okay if you're not jiving with a
Yeah.
speech therapist to move on to the next one. Trish, you also told me at one point that you created your own cards. Like you got home and you thought, I don't need to know the word
Mm.
astronaut. I do not need to know the word banana. I might not
Yeah.
even like bananas, and they're asking me to say banana. So you got home and you created your own deck of cards.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the script. Yeah. I like whole kinds of, yeah.
Yeah. Will you tell me about the machine that you're using to help speak?
Well, so the the AAC or I don't know what's but is the Prologue to Go app.
P2 Go.
Yeah, It is long, like the crow to go something, but is helpful for me. Like, is the go to the um pharmacy and like, okay, name what and I like, oh, I have a speech problem called aphasia, and you know, click and click.
So there are
So
pictures on there by category
yeah,
that you can click and it'll say it and then you repeat it aloud.
yeah, and like the
Trish Hambridge.
name and address and stuff. So it's good, or like the apraxia. So I know,
It's a helpful tool.
yes.
Well, and Trish, you offered a lot of resources for our listeners. You have blogs with personal experiences. You have a variety of organizations for us to check out. You've created your own videos and also the mental health video put out by National Aphasia Synergy and the Aphasia Peer Buddy program. We'll have links for all of those. We have an extensive list of resources in the episode description.
Yeah.
Trish, thanks for taking time over the past few weeks. I am in awe of all that you've done as an individual, but how active National Aphasia Synergy is in all its efforts to support and inspire others living with aphasia.
Thanks.
And I'm in awe of you. From day one,
All right.
you've taken your experience and you've started groups, you've started organizations, you've used your voice in order to raise awareness. And man, you're a force for good.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. See you later.
Storytelling empowers us to share our experiences in a way that invites others to reflect on their own. In a moment, I will read our community conversation prompt aloud. You can also find it written in the episode description. Trish shares that meaningful contributions help her stay happy and healthy. How do you support others in big or small ways? We'd love to hear from you. Join the conversation on Facebook or Instagram at Stories After Stroke. Thank you for listening to Part 2, Trish Hambridge's interview. For the full story, please listen to Part 1, Trish Hambridge's story.
Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke is made possible by our guests and tax-deductible donations from friends and listeners like you. Join us in empowering stroke survivors with stories of wisdom, purpose, connection, and hope at www.beyondstillness.org. Another way to support is to like, share, or subscribe to our weekly show. Again, thank you for devoting time and space for this week's episode of Beyond Stillness, Stories After Stroke.
Remember, as part of the stroke community, you are more than supportive. You are inspirational. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, or leave a review so that others can find these powerful stories too. To learn more about our nonprofits, programs, and services, or to sponsor a guest on their story crafting journey, please visit www.beyondstillness.org.